You listened to the leader of Ebubeagwu there. He said it was a case of mistaken identity. So walk us through what exactly happened.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Well, Wednesday last week, that was the 9th of November, around 8:15 in the evening, I drove to the pharmacy along Waterworks Road, 29 Waterworks Road, Octavia Pharmacy. It's a very popular pharmacy in Abakaliki, to purchase some medicines, drugs. And I had barely finished the transaction and was about to come out when two hefty men, armed with guns, came into the hall of the pharmacy and moved towards my direction, held me by my trousers, and pulled me out of that pharmacy in such a macabre style. And they started shooting into the air. And eventually, I was thrown into the vehicle they came with, which was a red colored Sienna Toyota vehicle, and driven immediately to the old government house opposite the Ebonyi State Police Command in Abakaliki. Immediately I alighted from that vehicle. About 10 of their boys or their cadres swooped on me and started hitting me left, right, and center. And before I could say anything, they started accusing me, saying that I have been criticizing the governor of Ebonyi State, Mr. David Umahi, and all warnings given to me have proved abortive. They stripped me naked to my boxers and continued to hit me. And you can see the lacerations on my back in the earlier photograph that was displayed. And at the end of the day, they sustained it and brought out their guns and said they were going to shoot me dead that very night. One of them even retorted that they were going to bury me alive. And they continued hitting me, not less than 30 dirty slaps. And right now, as I speak, my ear, my left ear, is still paining me. In fact, it's making a constant noise up to this moment, in spite of the fact that I had gone for medication and taken some drugs, and they said I should come back next week.
Mr. Commissioner, that no arrests have been made of this alleged Ebubeagwu, security, or that it didn't happen at all.
Yeah, my take is that he who asserts must prove. Abionike, we have known him to be a person who is in this mission of lying or levying falsehood against the state government. Now, I want to say that this is a criminal matter, a criminal allegation. I think there are things that we need to appreciate. I know him, he can do anything. And if they have said that this is a mistaken identity, they have not said that they did flog him or that they did torture him. He himself did mention here that he was flown to the police station. He was taken to the police station. Where was this torture made? Who was there to see the torture? At what point was he snapped? Who did snap him? These are the things that he would have mentioned to corroborate his statement, because we know him. We know where he's coming from. Before now, he had been saying that Governor Mahi was not a governor. And the court said, this man is the governor. There are so many allegations, criminal allegations, he's levying against the government. So will you come here to say that what he said is true? So I want to charge him.
He's not the only one who has raised allegations or made allegations against the misuse or abuse of Ebubeagwu in Ebonyi State. Other political parties, opposition political parties in Ebonyi State have made the same complaint.
Why is it that it must be political parties that will make that complaint? In Ebonyi State, where you don't have any story of kidnapping, any story of or banditry, go and check the reports in Southeast. Ebonyi State is the only place you don't observe sit at home. Ebonyi State is the place you can walk in the streets of the capital city and satellite towns. You don't have problems. He rightly mentioned that it was in the night. Abionike a profile politician moving alone in his car. All of a sudden, he began to raise allegations. He didn't go with anybody, not his son, not with a policeman. He now came out with allegation. And these people said, we saw him, but we did not torture him. Wherever he went and got tortured, it is for him to explain. And it must be corroborated.
Okay.
Evidence must be established.
Okay.
That's what we are saying. And for goodness sake, this is a criminal issue. So, this is not actually the right place to come and establish that. It should be in the police station.
Criminal matter.
Yeah,
have you reported to the police?
First and foremost, I want to say that I have reported to the police. I wrote a petition to the Commissioner of Police. And let me inform that the Commissioner of Police himself was the one who sent a DPO, the divisional police officer in charge of one of the divisions within the city, to come, Ekeaba police division, to come and rescue me from the Ebubeagwu, my Ebubeagwu captors, opposite the police command headquarters. That's at the old government house. And so for the Commissioner of Information to come here and say that I'm lying, well, I only take it that he is being very, very sadistic and necrophilic. Because if a man of my age and my class can complain about what I'm complaining about, and he makes the sort of statements he makes, well, I don't have much to say, but only to say that this is not even the first time I'm being attacked by Ebubeagwu. On the 10th of March this year, Ebubeagwu people came to my house and shot sporadically in the midnight and destroyed my louvers and my buildings. That was particularly one day after I appeared here in Arise Television to analyze certain issues surrounding the removal of Omahe by the court. Immediately after that appearance, they swooped on my compound, in my residence.
I just wanted to ask you, Mr. Abia, because Ebubeagwu's commander had said it was a case of mistaken identity. I would like to know what's your next step? Because they have said it was not a case of abduction, like you're claiming.
No, that is what they will say, because they are running a state where the use of violence and intimidation has been accepted as their own standard of governing people. So he can say anything because he's part of the problem. But we are seeing that this thing has continuously been so. I am not the first person to report about this, but at least my issue is generating some media attention because of my status as a former Deputy National President of NUJ. I was the pioneer chairman of NUJ in that state, and I'm one of the founding fathers of the state. So when the commissioner talks the way he does, I'm very, very sorry for our state that we can degenerate to this very level.